What's up, you guys? So welcome to yoga for today for club form, yoga with Jess. And I'm actually going to have you start in a standing position today. And you can go ahead and come up to the front of your mat to start. I'm going to stay in the center of the mat just so that you can see me a little bit better. But go ahead and stand about hip width wide in the legs, in the feet. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and press your thumbs into your sternum and close your eyes. And really focus on squeezing the palms together. So we get a little bit of tension here in the hands and in the shoulders. From here, think about standing up nice and tall and finding your breath. Just find a moment to check in, to pause. From here, you can go ahead and keep your eyes closed, or you can open them for this demonstration, but go ahead and take your hands to your hips and to the front and back of your pelvis. So find that flat of your low back here in the back, and then bring one hand directly to the front of your low belly, directly in line with that. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see here, but we're looking at a lot of our postures, and I'm sure if you've been sitting a lot, if you've been watching a lot of Netflix and chilling, Tiger King, shout out, or if you've been working a lot or teaching a lot for your kids, you're probably starting to feel some of this hunched over position. This is really exacerbated during any kind of sitting in general, but also if you're finding yourself more hunched, more looking over, we can find this posture that is kind of a hunchback. So we want to take our hands to our hips, front and back here, and with that posture we start to kind of dip our hips out. So we get what I like to call Beyonce booty, and we start to send the hips out and the shoulders come forward. We kind of get this hunched position. So from here, I would like you to place your hands on your hips and basically counteract that. So we're going to squeeze the glutes a little bit, get the glutes directly over the knees, over the ankles, and then squeeze the shoulder blades back, tone the belly a little bit here, squeeze the shoulder blades back, nice big proud chest. And then from here, once you feel like you've gotten that posture down, go ahead and bring your hands back to heart center, close your eyes. If you feel like you're working your shoulders up to your ears, again, really working them down and putting them into your back pockets. And then taking just a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Keep breathing like that. Inhaling through the nose, expanding into the belly, into the core, while maintaining that posture, squeezing the glutes. Open mouth, exhale. Pull that belly button to the spine. So active breathing here. Another deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the belly. Open mouth, exhale. Good. And go ahead and seal up the lips, but keep this pace of breath. Deeply inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Keeping that posture, growing tall through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Keep breathing, and if it's in your practice today, I would love to invite you to set an intention for class. Whether that's having a moment to yourself, feeling present where you're at now, or just feeling into your body, really practicing that body awareness. Let's take one more deep breath in together, and deep breath out. At the bottom of your exhale, go ahead and drop your hands to your sides and really spread your fingers wide. Start to blink your eyes open. Spread your fingers wide and really work those fingertips down towards the ground. And then take your gaze down to your feet and then go ahead and heel toe those feet together. My cat's going to say hello. Heel toe those feet together so that you have a very, very slight sliver of space in between the arches of your feet. Okay, from here we're going to shift our weight into the right leg, kitty kitty, and lift the left leg up. Inhale. And exhale, drop that left foot back down. Inhale, shift the weight, lift the right leg up. So just starting to have like a little bit of a hip opening, a little marching. Exhale, drop that leg down. Still maintaining that posture, right? So big proud chest, squeezing those glutes. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left leg drops. Still marching in place. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Still trying to keep that sliver of space between those arches of the feet. One more each side. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, come down. One more right side. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, come on down. We're going to bend the knees, soft knees. Inhale, lift the arms nice and high for mountain pose. And exhale, hands come through your heart center, and we're going to fold forward. Inhale, I'm going to turn here. Shift your weight to the balls of your feet and come up to a halfway lift. Nice flat back, tall spine, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands and step your legs back for high plank. Now in this pose, I really want you to think about spreading your fingers nice and wide again, gripping the mat like you would if you had cat claws. Pushing up through those shoulder blades like you're hovering over a big beach ball, and then dropping your hips down so that they're in line your shoulders. I think you could see in the video my hips were a little above my heart, so you want to drop them down and then squeeze the glute and really focus on this squeezing right here of the core. You can see in my low back how it rounds just a little bit. We're squeezing and engaging the core a lot here, so take a deep inhale breath and a deep exhale. Good. Deep breath in. Press up through those shoulders. Spread those fingers wide. Deep breath out. Beautiful. One more deep inhale breath. And exhale. Hinge slightly forward and hug those elbows in and lower all the way down to your belly. Bring the tops of your toes to the mat. Take an inhale breath. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Nice long neck. Take your gaze down towards your mat. Don't lift your neck up, but nice and long down, squeezing. Inhale and exhale, release. Take another inhale breath and see if you can hover your hands off the mat. Press the tops of your toes into the mat. Cobra pose, exhale, release. Good, one more. See if you can get a little bit higher. Inhale, press the tops of your toes to the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, lift the fingers, keep the core nice and toned. And exhale, release. In your next inhale breath, curl your toes under so your toes are curled under, and then walk your feet in so your hips lift off the mat. And then on your exhale, grip the mat with your fingertips and push up, high plank. Good, take an inhale breath. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips high, downward facing dog. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit here, but I'm still going to walk you through this downward facing dog. So please pedal out your feet and find some organic movement here if that feels good for you. So pedaling out the feet, maybe even lifting one leg and then the other. Maybe even shifting heels from side to side, getting a tiny twist in the torso. Whatever feels good. Let's take one more breath here to move. Inhale. Lift those heels up wherever you're at, and exhale, send the heels down towards the mat. On your next inhale, take your gaze through to your hands, and exhale, step it up to meet your hands at the top of your space. Bring the big toes to touch with that little sliver of space in between your arches of your feet. Inhale, shift the weight to the balls of your feet and come up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. I'm going to turn to the side again here. Inhale, slowly roll up. Thinking about stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Nice and slow. And bring the hands open and really work those shoulder blades down. If you want to give yourself a few shoulder rolls forward and back just to connect to that area, that would be, feels good and amazing. We're going to take both of our hands to our hips now. And take an inhale breath. This is the first time I'm using a microphone, so I'm going to have to adjust some things, and I'm learning, but hopefully it works better with sound. So anyways, grow nice and tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Almost we're thinking about having our blades as a shelf for our heart here. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, and then when you're ready, I would like you to shift your weight into your right leg, lifting your left leg up. Left arm is going to come to the inside of the left shin, grow nice and tall. Find your balance here. So really, I encourage you to squeeze your core, still having that active breath, inhaling through to your belly, and exhaling, pulling that belly button nice and tight. Keep your hand on your hip, and make sure you're not like sinking down. You're not kind of falling into this hip, but you have integrity. So to have integrity, we got to squeeze the glute, engage the glute, make that glute nice and tight, nice and hard. And then take an inhale, breath, grow tall. And exhale, we're going to open up to the side here, still hanging on to that left shin. If your hand feels good here and you still feel stable in this right leg, your standing leg, you can go ahead and bring your right arm out to the side. So we want to think tall and proud, and if you waver in your balancing, that's totally okay, but tall and proud. Inhale and exhale, really engaging in this right butt cheek, this right glute. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. One more deep inhale, grow tall and long. And exhale, begin to bring that left leg back in, release the hand and drop it down. Good. Moving to the other side. So take an inhale, bring both hands to your hips. Exhale, begin to peel off the right foot off of the mat. Engage the core, nice tight core. When you're ready on your next inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, begin to slide your right hand down towards your right shin. And then again, finding that integrity here. So really squeezing the left glute, not dipping in, but squeezing that left glute. Nice soft knee, but really thinking about lifting the kneecap. Nice, strong, engaged left leg here and a nice tight core. We're going to take an inhale, breath, grow tall. And exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades down and away from your ears. On your next inhale, if you did so on the other side, go ahead and open this right leg up to the side. Good. Inhale, if you would like a bigger challenge, you can totally stay here with your hand on your hip. But if you would like more of a challenge, go ahead and inhale and extend that left arm out to your side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good, another deep inhale, growing tall through the crown of the head, really engaging that glute. And exhale. Good, one more here. Deeply breathe in. And deeply breathe out. At the bottom of your exhale, go ahead and drop this left hand back to your hip. Take an inhale breath and bring that leg back through center. And exhale, drop it down. You can shake it out if you need to. We're going to take an inhale, breath, grow nice and long, mountain pose, and exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale brings you to a halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands and step back for your high plank pose. We're only going to stay here for one breath this time. So inhale, still gripping them out with your fingertips, puff up through the shoulder blades, drop those hips just a little bit. And then exhale, hinge forward, and you can still lower all the way to your belly, but hinge slightly forward, come onto your toes, hug those elbows in, roll up, lower halfway, inhale to upward facing dog. Really pressing the tops of the toes only into the mat. We don't want the full leg into the mat. That gives too much hinge into our lower back. We just want the tops of the toes, and then we really want to squeeze the core. So we're not trying to crank the spine like this, but we're trying to engage the musculature around the spine. Really engage the core, squeeze the shoulder blades back, stick your chest out, take an inhale breath, and exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Sorry, I kind of walked through a lot of that upward dog, but lots of people do it wrong, and it can fuck you up. All right. Anyways, we're going to shift the weight to the left leg and take an inhale breath, lift the right leg up nice and high. Go ahead and exhale, drop the right heel to the right hip. Start to draw some nice big circles. Let's do 3 in one way. Opening up into that hip joint, and then 3 in the other way. Beautiful. On the last circle, go ahead and inhale, extend the leg nice and long behind you, lift it up. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Now, since this is our first low lunge today, you can drop this back heel and kind of move. Let's actually all move together wherever you're at. Just go ahead and like peel, or you can even come forward a little less and do some pulses with your hips, but really just warming up the legs, the hamstrings, the quads. Let's take one more breath in to move. And on your exhale, we'll meet in that low lunge position. Let's take an inhale and squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. Lighten your fingertips like you could pick them up off the mat. Take an inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, squeeze your inner thighs together and come up for crescent lunge. Now here in our crescent lunge, we want to be on train tracks and not a tightrope. All right, so right and left leg are not in line with each other, but basically next to each other. Sink that lunge down so the knee is stacked over the ankle. And again, taking your hands to the front and back through your hips. We don't want like this big belly here and then a low, super long curve in the low back, okay? We want to engage the core and stack the shoulders over the hips. And then from here, we'll lift our arms up. Take an inhale breath, and exhale, sink a little deeper. Think about ripping the mat between the front and the back leg here, really creating tension. Inhale between the front and the back leg. Exhale. We want all yoga to be active, not super passive unless it's yin. This is not yin. Take an inhale, breath, go strong and tall. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Good. One more breath in. We're going to rotate now, dropping the heel down and facing the toes towards your left side wall, whatever that wall is for you. This is my wall, so my painting here. We're going to bend into the front leg for warrior two, and we're going to reach our arms forward and back. Again, we don't want to be dipping forward into the hip. We want to scoop the tailbone underneath us, so engaging that core again and squeezing the shoulder blades back. Sink into the lunge. If you're going to move anywhere, it's going to be in your lunge. Take a deep inhale breath. Squeeze those shoulder blades back like you're trying to get your pinkies to touch. Exhale. Good. Inhale, sink a little deeper. Make sure you can see the inside of your right foot there. Exhale. Still ripping the mat in half between our right and our left leg. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Another deep inhale breath. Sink deeper. Exhale. Now we're going to straighten this front leg. Inhale. Lift this kneecap, so tone this quadricep here. And exhale, like I'm pulling you forward from your right arm here. I'm pulling, pulling, pulling. We're moving from the waist, from the hips. Take an inhale breath and then exhale. Right arm drops, left arm lifts for triangle pose. Now a lot of the time we send the hips behind us. We don't want to do that here. So you want to come down as low as you can in your triangle pose, that you keep your ass underneath your body. So squeeze those butt cheeks and lift that left arm up. Deep breath in. So it's okay if you're up here, right? We don't need to go super low to get the benefits. We need to stay, but if we go outside of our control, outside of our range of motion, that's where injury occurs. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Good. Deep breath in. Squeeze those hips underneath your body. Deep breath out. Beautiful. One more inhale and one more exhale. Now, moving from your core, engage your core. Inhale, come up for warrior two, arms, triangle legs. Bring your left hand to your left hip and begin to shift your hips forward as we reverse our triangle, okay? So again, we don't want ass out. We want ass tucked under our shoulders. Thinking of it as one unit here. So our ass is supporting us. I'm saying ass a lot, but that's okay. It's yoga. Inhale. And exhale. If you feel like your glutes are supporting you, you can remove your left hand down your left thigh. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Beautiful. Another deep inhale breath. And exhale. We're going to cartwheel the arms, come back to a low lunge, and then step back for high plank. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Remember all those points of contact. Squeeze the core nice and tight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath. And an exhale. I was just checking the time if you saw me there. Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. On your next inhale, shift the weight to the right leg and lift the left leg up nice and high. And then again, exhale, drop the heel to the hip and draw those nice big circles. 3 in one way and 3 in the other. Once you've done your 3 or your 6, go ahead and inhale, extend that left leg nice and long behind you. Whoops. And try not to kick your furniture. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Go ahead and drop this right knee if you did so on the other side. And then again, just finding your movement, like extending, pulling back, just warming up things on this side. And you can do that even with the leg lifted. We'll take one more breath to move here. Inhale, and exhale, we'll meet in low lunge. Again, light fingertips on the mat, no dipping into those fingertips. We want light fingertips. Check in and make sure you're on train tracks in a tight rope instead of a tight rope, and adjust as needed. And then when you're ready, take an inhale breath and come up for your crescent lunge. Still checking in, so you can again take your hands to your hips, both front and back, and use that, use your marker, your sensation. If you feel like your booty is sticking out and you got Beyonce booty, go ahead and engage your core here and use your hands to rotate you into the proper position, right? And then go ahead and sink into that lunge. If you feel like a little pull on this back leg, you can shorten your lunge. Sink deep into that lunge and take an inhale breath. Lift the arms up. Exhale, drop it down. A little deeper. Deep breath in, really pressing that right heel towards your back wall. Deep breath out. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, biceps by your ears. Another inhale, grow tall through those fingertips. Exhale, sink it a little deeper if you can. Beautiful. Another inhale. Again, we're ripping that mat in half. Exhale between the front and the back leg. Inhale. And now exhale, we'll rotate. I'm facing the camera now, but you face your right wall there. And you're going to align your heels together for warrior 2. Bending your knee enough here so that the knee stacks over the ankle. Then arms come forward and back. And again, we're not leaning forward. We're still trying to stack the shoulders over the hips and squeeze the glutes underneath us. So you can even take your hands to your booty and try and squeeze your butt cheeks without using your hands, or you can, feel yourself up, whatever feels good. It's your life. Wow, quarantine is weird, y'all. Okay. All right, take an inhale breath and exhale, sink into that lunge. And again, think about ripping that mat in half between the front and the back leg. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Nice, big, proud chest. Exhale, look down and see if you can see the inside of your left foot sink a little deeper, creating tension in the whole body here. Deep breath in and think about your core. And deep breath out. Beautiful. One more inhale here. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, begin to straighten this front left leg, lifting the kneecap, toning the core. I could bounce a quarter off your thigh. And then exhale, as you're hinging forward, imagine I'm pulling you from your left arm. Pull, 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 pull. And then again, go ahead and drop that left arm and extend the right hand to the sky. Again, you can I guess we didn't do this on the other side, but you can take your hands to your hips and feel in your low back. All right, do you feel like your ass is sticking out? If so, and if you could kind of tell by this right side body, low back is super tight, okay? So we want to take some pressure off that low back space and really squeeze the glutes underneath us, and then lift the fingertips to the sky. Again, if you only come here, but you still maintain proper posture, that's what we're looking for. Proper posture over everything else. Deep breath in, still ripping the mat in half. Deep breath out. Squeeze those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. And you've probably been here for a while, so we're going to transition outside of that third or fourth breath that we did. But inhale, come up like I'm pulling you with my right hand or from your right hand. Flip the left palm, bring your right hand to your right hip. And from here, we're going to take an exhale breath. Inhale, start to send the hip forward. And send that left arm back. Still hugging your hips underneath your body. Deep breath in. And slide that right hand down if you feel like you need less support. Deep breath out. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Inhale. Still imagining ripping that mat in half. Exhale. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Reach through those fingertips. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms. Plant your hands. We're going to come into a low lunge first. And then step back. High plank. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, lower halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And bring the big toes to touch, knees wide. Exhale, child's pose. Go ahead and bring your forehead to the mat here. And nod your head from side to side. Just giving a little release of the head and the neck. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come back up into a tabletop position. Crossing your left ankle over your right and walking yourself back to a seat. Now you might have to center yourself on your mat, and please do so if that is the case here. Hopefully this microphone's working well. Anyways, we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we're going to kind of start going into a boat pose. Something that I feel has been lacking from a lot of my classes, if you come to my classes in club form, is a little bit of core work. So we're going to start doing more of that. All right, so I want you to put the soles of your feet down onto the ground and go ahead and give like a 90-degree angle here in your legs. From here, go ahead and come underneath your thighs, right above your knees, and grab the legs. From here, again, we're thinking about shoulders stacked over hips, right? So we don't want this hunched position. I'm going to get inappropriate again, but tits out. So think about this, like tits out, chest out, big proud chest. So we're going from this hunched position that we're kind of stuck in probably a lot right now and being quarantined, to opening up and squeezing those shoulders back. Think about sticking your chest out, sticking those tits out. And then from here, if you're feeling like this is already a challenge and breathing in, please stay here. As soon as we lift legs up and you round that back, this is not the pose for you. We just need to, you might be able to come up to tippy toes, but we really want to keep this integrity of the upper back and shoulders and neck, okay? So this is position 1, okay? If you would like a little bit more of a challenge, you can go ahead and lift one leg up, and then again advancing to 2. Okay, so we're still big, proud chest here, okay? Breathing in and breathing out. Even if you're here with your toes or feet on the mat, we're still practicing that active breath with the core, right? So big inhales to fill up the belly and big exhales to pull that belly button tight and pull up all the muscles of the pelvic floor, okay? So super important in strong breathing. Deep breath in. Stay with it. Deep breath out. Good, we got a few more. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Good, one more deep inhale breath, and deep breath out. If your legs are lifted, go ahead and bring both down to the mat, and we'll sit up nice and tall, and give yourself a little hug. Just maybe a little rest, a little hug to be nice, and then you can bring your hands back to, gotta move my microphone again. You can bring your hands back to the backs of your legs right above your knees, and then find some rock and rolls momentum. So tuck your chin and begin to find that momentum. If you would like, I can't really do it because of my space confinements, maybe. You can start to find maybe a plow pose where your legs hang up. Let me show you. And you roll into a plow and your legs kind of hang up over here. If not, that's okay. We're just going to come on to the back. Hug both knees into your chest here. And then we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. From here, go ahead and interlace both hands behind the left knee. And then use your right elbow to the outside of your right knee just to open things up a little more. Okay, take an inhale breath and exhale. If you want to make this more passive, you can stay here. Passive is without movement. So if you're wanting a little bit more of a restive pose here, you can just stay here. If you would like a little bit more of an active pose, we'll pair it with your breathing. So For active poses, on your inhale, I want you to use the strength of your hands to pull the left leg closer into your body. And then exhale, use your right elbow to push that right knee out. Good. Inhale, pull the leg in. And exhale, push the right knee out. Good. One more like this. Inhale to pull the legs in. Exhale to push the right leg out. Good. Go ahead and switch legs so you can come out of this by putting both feet on the mat and then crossing the left ankle over the right. Both legs up, and then interlace your hands behind your right knee. So interlace them and then take an opposite grip. Just a little yoga for the brain here and just balance things out. Grips, are always a little different. And then again from here, using that left elbow and resting it in the crook of that left knee. And if you did so on the other side, stay passive here. No need to be active. Make sure you balance out your sides. But again, if you would like to have a little bit more activity in this stretch, let's start that now. So inhale, pull the right leg towards you. And exhale, push the left knee out. Good. Inhale, pull. And exhale, push. Good. One more like this. Inhale, pull. And exhale, push. Good. Unravel and hug both knees into your chest here. Go ahead and draw some circles with your knees. If you go one direction, go the other. And then from here, we'll go ahead and grab outsides of the feet for happy baby. Now in this happy baby, I want you to remember keeping those shoulder blades down off the mat and then really focus on drawing the tailbone down. So a lot of the times when we lift our legs up, our tailbone, our sits bones back here lift up with them. We want to find a little bit more integrity in that low back, that spine. So if you can, and I don't know if you can see this in the video, but my legs are lifted, my tailbone's a little bit lifted. You can think of driving down. So it's a super slight move, super small move. So if I'm not engaged, and then if I'm engaged, okay? So your legs shift forward a little bit. It'll feel a little tighter in the hip flexors, but that's okay because we want that nice long spine. And then from here, you can begin to rock from side to side, still trying to maintain that low back on the mat. You can lift one leg and bend the other, kind of like a happy baby. Good. One more breath here. And exhale. Hug both knees in your chest. Good. And if you're ready, if you would like to take any other postures before we settle into Shavasana, please feel free. If not, go ahead and work those shoulder blades onto your back. Send the legs out nice and long. And again, as always, if you're needing a little bit more grounding today, a little bit more stability, a little bit more guidance, let's do this Shavasana with palms face down. If you are wanting a little bit more intention setting, a little bit more opening, a little bit more guidance, I know I said guidance for grounding, but it works both ways. Go ahead and bring your palms face up. From here, let's take a moment to close our eyes. And go ahead and take a big breath in. Sigh it out, open mouth exhale. Let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. And enjoy your final pose. I will call you out when ready. Enjoy this pose. Enjoy this moment. please begin to bring awareness back to your physical body by deepening your breath. Begin to wiggle into your fingers and into your toes. Maybe nodding your head yes and no. And when you're ready, take a big inhale breath and stretch your arms above your head. Stretch your toes towards the ground like you're waking up for the first time today. And exhale, hug both knees into your chest and roll to your right side using your right bicep as a pillow. So part of the reason that we always go to the right side after Shavasana is it's kind of the energizing side of the body, right? We can turn to the left maybe for a nighttime yoga class. But here, I would just like to encourage you to have gratitude for what your body was able to accomplish today. Have gratitude for making space for this practice, because I know a lot of things have changed for a lot of us, and this is not easy on some days, and some days it's really easy, some days it's bliss, some days it's hell. So finding that gratitude for showing up for your body, for showing up for your mind, I think is super important right now. And then again, I would like to challenge you to recall your intention here. And then maybe even challenging yourself one more time to have a moment of gratitude for quarantine, for COVID-19, for how this has changed life as we knew it. When you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a comfortable seat facing the front of your mat, or me if you like, whatever feels good. We'll sit up nice and tall, bring the thumbs to the sternum, hands to heart center, close the eyes. Let's take a deep breath in together through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your thumbs to your forehead and bow forward in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I used a singing bowl today for the end of class and for like Shavasana. So if you liked that effect, please comment on this video and let me know you liked it. And I'll bring it back. And and if you think that this video or Club's forum page would benefit anyone else in your life right now, please pass this along to them, because this is super vital in this time to move. So let us know if you have any questions or if there's anything you would like to see, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on any other social media. Thanks, guys.